So you've chosen your topic, and you know you have a lot of available resource material. Your project also fits within a timeline. You may even have a mentor. So what's next?
Well, there are 3 types of science fair projects. Decide if yours is an experiment, a study, or an innovation.
We saw some great examples of experiments at the Canada-wide Science Fair.
Carly here has a great example of an experiment. So Carly, what makes your project an experiment?
This is an experiment because I manipulated variables and looked at the changes while comparing them to a control group.
Our project is an experiment.
Because we had a specific question that we wanted answered, and we conducted tests to find this answer.
Sherilyn, your last project was a study. Why?
My last project was a study because I examined fish found in different estuaries. I then looked at the bioindicators of those fish to determine the health of the estuaries. Your last project was an innovation. Why?
My last project was an innovation because my partner and I built a Stirling engine. Stirling engines are an existing technology, and we attempted to apply it in a new way.
So, by definition, an innovation is the development and evaluation of innovative devices, models, and techniques.
And an experiment is an investigation undertaken to test a scientific hypothesis using experiments.
And a study is the collection and analysis of data to reveal a fact or situation of scientific interest. To get your project started, you have to search the literature. Not that literature. What I mean is, look at what others have done before you on the topic and decide what it is that you want to do. If you don't properly search the literature, you could miss something, and then you'd have to start all over again.
I have an idea for my project next year. Remember when we were on the golf course yesterday?
Yes?
That's my project. I want to see if changing the type of golf ball has an effect on the distance traveled.
Sounds like an idea. I'll help.
Let's go.
So, what type of project is this going to be again?
Well, it's an experiment because we're controlling all possible variables, except for our manipulated and responding.
So, what literature have you researched?
Articles in golf magazines and other publications, online resources and test results, manufacturer specifications, and discussions with golf pros.
Before we start, we need to determine 3 things. What are our variables? What is the hypothesis? And do we need a mentor?
Woods, tiger.
I don't think so. So, what are your variables? There are 3 kinds: manipulated, responding, and controlled.
Well, my manipulated variable is the type of ball used, the responding variable is the distance the ball travels, and everything else is controlled. The weather's consistent, the club's consistent, and the swing's consistent.
Wait a minute, the swing is consistent?
Well, one way to compensate for inconsistencies in an experiment is to perform a large number of trials. The more the better.
Besides identifying your variables, the other important step in getting started is determining your hypothesis. What's yours, Darren?
My hypothesis is, if different types of golf balls are hit consistently with the same club in the same weather conditions, then the distance traveled will vary. You know, Sherilyn, we really should have got a golf cart.
So, do you think you're going to find any new science with this project? Sometimes that happens.
No, it's not likely because we're using existing type of golf balls. If we were to invent a new type of golf ball, that would be new science.
Well, you've developed your project. Let's get on with the trials.